Well, how y'all doing today? I hope y'all having a blessed day. And ooh, I fell asleep on the couch. Pardon me. Everything's pollinating here at the moment. A lot of things are getting covered with this luminescent green pollen, and yeah, it gets to me. But I fell asleep on the couch, as I do sometimes, and Margaret come over. Margaret's a good friend of mine. She's going to be moving out at the end of the month, and she's going up to California to finish her schooling, and she's going to be coming back here to do her thesis. And she's going into health field, some kind of doctor or something other. But she come over and we were talking, and I told her about the people that been sleeping in the car here. Now I've had some people out here for about 3 weeks sleeping in the car. But they go into an apartment during the day, but at night they sleep in their car, and I've seen them get out of that car early in the morning, wrapped in towels. And the other night, I motioned for him. I said, look, he didn't come over to me. He just opened up his window. And I said, you don't have to sleep in that car. You know, I sleep on my couch, but, you know, my bedroom I just use for storage. And I had spread out a packing blanket, I guess that's what you call it. I sit right there. And I had some pillows, and I was all set to move my TV in here and my DVD player and make them popcorn and cook them dinner. And so I motioned them over, and I said, you don't have to sleep in that car. Because it still gets cold here at night, people. And I was telling her about that. They freaked out. They just totally freaked out and left. And as they were like pulling out, I was wait, wait, you don't have to go. Please don't go. And I lost sleep over that last night, people. That was one of the reasons I lost sleep last night. And it was hard for me today, so I fell asleep on the couch, which I'm cleaning. I'm cleaning my sofa. And Margaret's going to help me down with that basket later to do my laundry. So I was telling her, I said, I got lights out, lights in my kitchen, my bathroom and stuff, and they won't replace your light bulbs here. You have to do that yourself. You have to buy the light bulbs, which I don't think is right, because if you move out, you know, the light bulbs are still there. And we were talking about replacing the light bulbs. I said, well, before you go, give me your light bulbs. We'll replace them, and I'll guarantee you they'll replace them then in your place. And so we were talking about that, and the possibility of her helping me down to the laundromat later. She's got a lot to do because she's moving now. She's got a piano and a guitar in there. And I said, I'd love to hear you play that piano. And I told her I used to play a guitar. She said, you did? Like, she looked at me like she would have never thought that in a million years. I said, yes, I did. I played a folk guitar. And I sang. And I said, when I come down with the RA, well, she knows I have RA, I said I couldn't do it no more. I said I can still sing, but I can't strum. And I gave the guitar to a church who sent it over to the mission fields in Africa, to a church they had set up there. And I was happy with that. I was good with that. But I sure wish I could still play guitar. Maybe I could play a ukulele if I got my hands on one, but I don't know. If y'all ain't ever seen the video of Bushy One String, he's called Bushy One String. The man plays one string, and he can sing. And it's gone viral. It really has. Y'all need to see it. If you ain't ever seen Bushy One String doing chicken in the corn, you need to see it. You really do. It became so big that even the police used it in some of the videos. And anyway, I'm supposed to see her later, and she's got a step stool, and she's going to leave that with me when she moves out. Thank God. I'm going to appreciate that, really. I have trouble with my knees, getting up and down, and but yeah, we're gonna switch out her lights with my lights, and yeah, maintenance is gonna have to replace some lights then. Yeah, so but I told her no. She was talking about calling management about this, that, and the other thing. I said no, I ain't calling management on those people. Those people ain't bothering nobody. I think they just needed some help, and I was just trying to give them a place to stay, such as it is, and cook them some meals and stuff like that. I'm just giving to hospitality. And she says she's behind her apartment. She will hear a baby crying for hours. And I said, well, that's not supposed to happen. There's not supposed to be any kids here. They're all kids here, but you wouldn't know it. You would never know that there was kids here. Now, May used to come over, if you've seen some of my other videos, and she'd bring her nephews and nieces, but they would get out there in the driveway and throw candy papers and candy. I'd give them candy, and they'd throw the candy on people's cars and stand on people's cars. And yeah, somebody complained, and they told her she could come, but she couldn't bring the kids no more. Because legally, this place is not made for kids. It's just not. Like I said, there are kids that live here, you'd never know it. They're quiet. But she says she hears a baby crying all the time. She's worried about that baby. And I told her, well, that's up to you, what you do with that. You got to wonder, when a baby's crying for hours, if it's left alone, if it's being properly taken care of. I've had kids, and a baby crying and screaming for hours, something wrong there. So I told her, well, that's up to you. What you do there, because I don't hear it. I don't. So I don't know what she's going to do there, but maybe something has to be done there, all right? Anyway, she's going to be around later to help me out and maybe swap out some bulbs with me. She's got a lot to do. She's definitely running behind when it comes to moving. Now, if I'm going to move someplace with the RA, I have RA, it takes me months. And I start getting ready. It will take me 2 or 3 months. And I start getting ready. She's got stuff all over the place. I don't know what that woman's going to do. But I'm hoping to make a video of her playing and strumming on some guitar and stuff like that. And that would be nice. I think it would be. I'm going to miss her. I miss my other neighbor that moved out. I called him my other son. His name was Parker. Now, I stay to myself. I don't mess in anybody's business. A lot of people think that I do because I go out, I smoke, and I go out on my porch and smoke. I don't smoke in my house. And I'm friendly with a lot of my neighbors. When they're coming and going, I'll say, hey, how you doing? But I'm out there smoking. I'm not out there being nosy, you know what I'm saying? And when Parker moved in, he had lived here before for about a year and left and come back. He works in management, restaurant management. And he moved in and he was coming up the stairs. It was winter, people, it was cold. And he was wearing shorts. Typical bachelor, wait till they have nothing else to wear, go do their laundry, and he was wearing shorts, okay? And I said to him, have you lost your mind? He was coming up the stairs. And I said, have you lost your mind? It's cold out here and you're wearing shorts. Pardon me. He looked at me and said, mind your own business. I thought, really? Well, I happen to live here and pay rent, so everything that goes on here is my own business, you little smart ass. And he turned and looked at me. I looked at him, yeah. And we were best friends from that point on. Yeah. I don't mess in other people's business. I'm friendly with them and everything, but I ain't about to put up with shit from nobody. I pay rent here, and we were good friends after that. He moved out, and she's getting ready to move out, and I got a new neighbor. I knew he was from Africa somewhere, okay, because years ago I worked as a missionary. I can't say work because I didn't pay for it, but yeah, I worked as a missionary for Zimbabwe, Zaire, Liberia, and Nigeria, and he brought me over a bottle of malt from Nigeria the other day, and he says, I'm from Nigeria, and I said, I had a feeling. I said, I was wondering where you're from. Still ain't drank that bottle of malt. But it was nice of him to do that. And it's because I will say, hey, how you doing? And I'm friendly with my neighbors and stuff, but I think that I have gotten a reputation of being the nosy little lady. And I hate that because, you know, I've been out on my porch having a smoke and everything, and I ain't going to stop that because I'm not about to smoke in my house. Because if I have company over that don't smoke, you know, I just want to be hospitable to them, so I smoke outside. And I have done that since 1985. When I was pregnant with my first son, I almost completely quit smoking. But I definitely was not going to smoke in my house after he was born. So I stopped smoking in my house at 1985. I stopped smoking in my house for sure, between 84 and 85. And I haven't since. I mean, I've been to people's houses where they say, oh, you can smoke, it's all right, we smoke in our house and stuff like that. And I grew up in a house filled with smoke, all right? That's actually how I started smoking. My parents smoked, and they would have me go light them a cigarette long before I ever started smoking. But the thing of it is, too, if you're pregnant and you smoke, your child is smoking. Because a child gets whatever you get. So I can say I was born smoking. It was just only a matter of time. But yeah, we're going to swap out these light bulbs, and we're going to let maintenance deal with that in her apartment. I'm looking forward to her coming back. I really am. Now, I've been to California. I've been all over California. I've been to the El Camino Real, a highway all up and down that, and I've been everywhere in California. And I wish I could, I wish I could go with her. I really do. I'm hoping this summer I'll get out of this house. I really am. And at least go up to North Carolina and see my son. I mean, I ain't seen my kids in like 5 years. So I want to get up there and see my kids. But every year I go somewhere. Last year I helped haul supplies into California when COVID-19 first hit. And I went past places where, and I don't know if Doc Inc. remembers this, but I sent him videos and stuff like that, and he was like, what's that? And I said, well, that is a town we just passed through. They have closed all their entrances and exits. Nobody can come in, nobody can go because of COVID-19. And I think that was New Mexico. And it was people, they closed down, they had police at the end of the exits from the highway. And at the beginning, to get on to the highway, nobody could come and go because of COVID-19. They had closed their whole town down. It was a small town, and if somebody come down with it, everybody was going to have it. And so we run supplies into California, and I did that 2 or 3 times. Went up from Arkansas here up to California, running supplies and back in a semi-truck. So I'm used to getting out, and I'm definitely going to get out sometime this summer. I really am. I can't stay put. You know, really, I don't have a reason to. I suppose if I did, I would. But I've always been called the black sheep of the family, and that's one of the reasons why. That, and I'm going to put this out there, my psychic abilities. You can think badly of that if you want, but I'm in a group, which is one of many groups of people that have psychic abilities. And we get in there and we socialize and we fellowship because nobody thinks we're crazy because we have our abilities. You know, if you have an ability today and you utilize it, a lot of times people think you're crazy, but there's a lot of people online making money, even on YouTube, with their psychic abilities. And I've been told I should do that. I'm really not into it. The thing of it is, it drains me. It totally drains me. Today, I'm totally wiped out because of something that went on yesterday. And, but it was nice to see Ma Gray. I'm going to miss her dearly. I am. We had a good time. We had a good talk. We were laughing and stuff like that. And hopefully later I'll get around to frying that chicken. Now, a friend of mine up north, which is where I'm originally from, got about 4 inches of snow. And I'm going to show him later what you do when you get 4 inches of snow. I mean, you stand and watch it from a distance out your window and you fry yourself some chicken, some potatoes, and some corn, right? That's what you do on a snowy day. I do love a snowy day, I do. From the inside, I do. And I miss it. I really do miss being up north. And I've been all over Pennsylvania. He actually mentions Du Bois often. And I'm pretty sure that's part of the Allegheny Mountains. And when you cross into, from Canada into the States to New York, you end up in Du Bois. And I almost bought a house there. Now, that was years ago. I wanted to buy a small Victorian house. It was going for $30,000, people. We could have converted that into 2 apartments, lived in one, and the other one would have paid the rent. My husband wouldn't let me do it. Wouldn't let me do it. Go figure, right? You ain't going to get a small Victorian house at that price these days. You ain't. Just ain't. And I seen it. I loved it. I fell in love with it. It was $30,000. I said, we could take the whole upstairs, convert it to an apartment, and live in the bottom or rent out the bottom because we were on the road all the time. And I said, it would pay off itself in no time. And now you couldn't dream of touching that house for $30,000. He wouldn't let me do it. To him, I was wasting money. Is what he is, but Du Bois was nice. I think there's a Pilot there. We used to stop at the Pilot there, and there was just a few restaurants there, and we used to go to a little Italian restaurant. Really, it was a bakery, and they made subs, and I'd get a sub there. I think they were Sicilian. Anyway, yeah. That's what happens, people, when you get somebody that won't work with you, right? Anyway, I mean, that house would have been paid off, and it was beautiful. Sit on almost an acre of land. It was just beautiful. Ooh, I'm glad I don't have to put up with that kind of ignorance anymore. I really am. Having worked in management and stuff, I worked for Nordstrom, a Fortune 500 company, in the house cleaning department, and manage order and receiving and everything, and Twain Publishing up in Connecticut, and I run that whole place. And when you work in management, okay, you know how to handle money. You do. You know how to do all that. And I had that knowledge. And when I said to my husband, I said, look at this place. I mean, $30,000, and we could convert it over to 2 different apartments, and that would be a waste of money. You know, you're dealing with an idiot. You're dealing with an idiot, all right? and he wouldn't let me do anything. I guarantee you right now he's still living out of his truck, and when he retires, he ain't going to have jack. And again, I'm glad I'm not putting up with that stupidity. Now, I live in an apartment and everything. Can I buy a house? No, but I'm glad I'm not putting up with that kind of stupidity. All right? So anyway, yeah, she's going to bring over the light bulbs. We're going to swap them all out and put the ones that are dead from my apartment over into hers. And I guarantee you, maintenance is going to replace them then. It is what it is, people, and could I stand being up north and having about 4 inches of snow right now? Hell yeah, I could do that. Fry me some chicken, potatoes, make some corn, and watch the snow fall. Yeah, I could do that. I love spring now. Spring comes, it's gotten to where in a lot of places you almost go from winter to summer and you skip spring. But there are still some places where you experience spring. And I just love the smell of spring, okay? When the heat hits the frozen soil and it starts thawing, and you can smell that soil thawing. I always loved that. That's a fond childhood memory of mine. And I miss it. I miss it. I really do. So anyway, God bless my friend that just got 4 inches of snow. And y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.